it's often that we need to expose a problem before we can fix it. You know, you gotta open up the place, you gotta find the problem, you gotta see the problem. And you know, until you open it, until you find it, it's gonna hurt. And then finding it often it hurts. And then cleaning it often hurts. But then there's no more problem, right, guys? So I'm gonna give you a few examples. You know, I had a pretty bad like a root canal. I actually just got back from a root canal. The tooth was already treated once, but there was a small, little, they call it like a granulome, like a little dot of bacteria, and he decided to like infect the tooth with the time. So you go, you know, we start cleaning it. Luckily, my dentist is so cool. She has her own little X-ray, so we can take like momentary like a picture of one tooth, right? So she managed to this time make a proper picture, so she can see that actually there was another like little dot, and she needed to go like 1 millimeter more down there. Even though there's like the modern equipment, you know, the little robot tool with the needles, it's like, you know, it's so good, but the problem is when it's one of the back teeth, when it's like close to the wisdom teeth, you know, the wisdom tooth, whatever. It's really hard to take a picture of the last fucking tooth, the last fucking teeth. And you're gonna go get like a panoramic X-ray, which you don't have to choke like you know. Oof. And guess what? This is very important why you're listening to me right now. It's very important because I'm trying to teach you that problems often are very annoying. They're very hidden. There's always like something you forgot. There's always something you forgot, right? So you gotta always like be seen. You always gotta have like a clear view, right? So until you find the problem, it's super annoying. And often you gotta open up everything to finally see like, yeah, that's the problem, right? You know, problem with your computer, problem with your laptop. You know, in the old days, they didn't even have like a motherboard lights that show you the problem. Like if your GPU doesn't work, it's gonna blink like, hey, the GPU doesn't let me post, you know, hey, the RAM isn't letting me post, you know. So back in the days, if you had a problem with the RAM or the motherboard, there's no way to kind of hint you what is it. Could be the CPU, could be the GPU. So you gotta fucking start like swapping things out. Nowadays, you turn on the PC, blank screen, and the motherboard light shines like RAM. We have a RAM problem. Maybe you gotta replace a stick or one of the slots burn out, but at least it's showing you it's about the RAM, right? Because, you know, it's easy to get confused and you start like, oh, I gotta open up the CPU, maybe I gotta replace the thermal paste, but it's like, no, it's not a problem with the CPU. So the same way, she managed to, so she cleans the tooth, she does like, you know, a secondary root cleaning, right, with the needles. Then she's like, let's take a picture. We take a picture. This time we managed to do it. I managed to sit more upright so I don't choke. Because the last time I couldn't take it and I had to go get like a panoramic photo. But the panoramic photo, you're not gonna see everything. It's kind of some little detail gets lost. It's not like up close, you know. But with this picture, she immediately goes on the computer, enhances like the CSI in Miami, enhances the whole tooth. She said, you know, there's a. We thought we were using the robotic tools, the new robo needles, and she's very good. She does it like 10 times. She does it like 10 times with a robotic tool. And you think you went all the way down there. You think you went all the way down there. And say, there's a little dot. Turns out on 2 places we need to go 1 millimeter manually more to really hit the bone. You really gotta hit the bone. And there's like a little tiny pocket, a tiny dot of germs remaining. So we go all the way, and then there's a little pain. There's a little pain because we reached the problem. We reached the germs that were trying to cause an infection. And these germs, they were starting to sit dormant. Now, you sit with the medicine, you're like, it's been a week, I'm fine. Like, no, these germs are gonna cause another infection in the future. You gotta clean them fully. If you don't clean them fully, you're gonna think you're fine for a year, and then you're gonna get another infection. So everything needs to be done proper. And that's what we learned today, that you gotta have visibility, you gotta see the problem so you can fix it, and you gotta double check and see everything, get with the flashlight, whatever you're doing. If we're talking about psychology, if we're talking about finding some past fear, some trauma that you didn't know about, you know, you think you're fine, all of a sudden you start crying, emotions start coming out, you start crying like a baby. That is some emotional energy from the past, some kind of fear, some kind of a stone on my heart coming out, you know. And it's important. Now I'll give you another example with my car, that I thought I fixed my leak. Well, turns out everything that can go wrong will go wrong. And it's important that you realize it's important that you realize how do I say it? It's important that you realize, and now I forgot what I was talking about. Great. Well, I haven't slept much. I woke up at 8 a.m. and you know, I'm not used to waking up at a.m., but it is beautiful. It is beautiful to wake up at 8 a.m. So let's finish talking about the tooth. So I think you're getting the example. If you don't get the tooth fully, you think that you got in the tooth fully. You think you clean everything. You went all the way down in the roots. You clean everything. You take a picture. No. Turns out that there's a dot. Turns out there's a dot. Turns out you need to go a little deeper. Turns out you didn't go to the bottom. Even with the modern equipment, even with the robot needles, my dentist is like adeptus mechanicus. Like, she is very valuable and cherished by me. Yes. She is like a fucking adeptus mechanicus magus, okay? She's fucking, she's good. And still, even though she's good, sometimes things are so fucked up, you feel cursed, things are, everything that can go wrong is gonna be as worse as possible. And this year, the past year, I've been dealing with things being as worse as possible. Okay? You have a car leak, you fix it, you think you fix it, you didn't fix it. Mysterious car leak always returns. Your floor is always soiled. Okay? Mysterious parasitic draw. Your battery is always getting drained. You need to recharge the battery all the time. Every 3 weeks you gotta recharge the battery. Mysterious parasitic leak. Everything's leaking. My teeth are leaking. My cum is leaking. My battery is leaking. What else? My sanity is leaking. Oh. Indeed. So you start to, in these situations, first of all, you gotta start checking if there's a curse. Because it's okay for sometimes to have a problem that somehow you have bad luck. This problem turned out to be as worse as possible. Turns out to be a problem that you think you fixed, but turns out it's still, it still wasn't fixed somehow. Bad luck. It happens once. It's okay, I guess sometimes people have bad luck, but when it happens, like, you're dealing with multiple problems and they just happen to be, you think you saw them, you think you found out the problem, and they're just as worse as possible, and you feel like, but I thought I fixed it. How is it possible to be, that bad? And you realize something, something might be wrong. It's not normal. It is not normal for multiple things to go as wrong as possible. The chance is very low for that to be normal and possible. There has to be a reason, like, if you're suddenly getting sick for no reason, if you're getting sicker and sicker for no reason, and you don't have cancer, and you do the checks, and you're like, hey, everything is healthy, but I'm getting sicker. Maybe you're being poisoned by someone. Because, why would you be getting sicker every day? Why would you feel like shit, getting sicker, but your organs are fine, you don't have cancer, you get the tests, and it's like, okay, why do I keep getting sicker? My diet is fine. You're being poisoned by something or someone. Or there's a curse, right? So you get, at some point, you gotta be like, okay, this is a little paranormal. Could it be something, did I piss off somebody? Did I get bad karma? And this year, we've been joking, we've been calling it the Tim Tam curse. Because, it's like, when I make fun of Rhea Ripley, I crack some jokes and say, oh shit, my tooth got infected. And, it happens 3 times this year, 3 times. And that's what makes me wonder and question, because I make custom mouthwashes at home. In terms of bacteria being able to cause cavities, like mouthwashes, I eat like meat and cheese. I have like a special Japanese enamel restoring cream. So I use like this is made in the USA, actually made in the USA. $17 for this little thing. $17. Enamel restoring cream. This is meant to heal your teeth, to make them stronger, you know, which is kind of the same as eating cheese, frankly. But anyway, when you take good care of your teeth, and it's like, wait a minute, I got a brand new technology, professional cleaning in August. So how do you get 2 tooth infections after that? It's not caused by plague. You had everything professionally cleaned in August. You start to question things. Okay, so people invented the scientific method. You know, the scientific method. We have a problem. We start trying things one by one. We make a list and we double check and we see everything with the flashlight and we double check and we spend a certain time walking around in quiet and peace. Peace and quiet. It's like, okay, you can walk with your flashlight for a few seconds and be like, yeah, I guess everything's fine. Or spend 5 minutes just like walking around, just like, what's in here? What's in here? What's in here? Let me walk up, let me walk down, let me walk from the sides. La la dee, la la da, you know. So, when you are performing, let's say, psychological, you know, you want to find out, you want to find a problem. You know, what trauma, like if I don't want to use a radio play as an example. Let's pick somebody else. I don't want to, I'm always making fun of radio play. Okay, let's pick George Clooney. Let's pick up George Clooney. Okay, Aunty, Rhea, you see, we're going to make fun of George Clooney today, right? So let's say George Clooney invites me to his house and he's like, I have some trauma, I have some fear, I have depression. I want to find out what's wrong with me, what is causing it. So he's a smart man. He knows something gotta be causing the depression. It could be medicine, it could be diet, it could be melancholy, something temporary. It could be a certain trigger, it could be a certain problem. Could be in the subconscious. Could be fucking paranormal. You might be cursed. Okay. So I could just be like, okay, you think it's your wife. You think you have problems with your wife. You told me that. Let's talk about that for 5 minutes. And we think we fixed it. Okay, so you're gonna try not to fight with your wife. Try not to fight about who puts the toilet seat down. Okay, let's make it so we get a toilet where the toilet seat automatically opens and closes, so you don't need to fight over who leaves it open, who has to keep it closed. If we buy a toilet where it automatically closes and opens, you don't need to fight. Problem solved, right? So we think we solved the problem. But then I only spent like a small time and said, okay, it looks fine. You just buy a new robotic toilet so you don't fight over the toilet seat, right? But then if I stayed for a few days to just observe him and his wife, and it's like, let me just look at you how you treat yourselves, how you talk. Let me look for some Freudian slips. And I might start to notice certain things. Oh, it turns out the toilet is just like a venting. It turns out there's a deep problem. They weren't having sex. One of them wasn't satisfied fully. There was some old trauma, like let's say George Clooney called her a bitch once, and she was passive aggressive since then. And George Clooney was getting feeling uneasy, getting traumatized. It's like, it turns out there was a deeper problem, and you needed to observe. You just needed to just shut up. You shut up and you observe. And you're like, let me just stay and look. We keep quiet, and we're just don't even try to look. You just be just playing like a child. Just imagine you're a child and you open one of your toys for the first time, and you're just looking inside. You're just like, oh, what's in here? Oh, what's in there? Look at all the chipset and shit. So the same way, when you work on your car, you want to go in there and you just want to, not just like a quick look on the spot that you think the problem is, just fucking walk around, because you might discover a new problem. You might discover, oh, I also have some rust. Oh, I also had a second problem that could be a problem in the future. Just fucking walk around, walk everything. Walk everywhere. If you plug every hole in the wall, there's no places for cockroaches to come from, correct? But sometimes there's some little tiny hole that you thought it was sealed, but you didn't see it, and turns out cockroaches were coming from there. So you gotta fucking keep walking, and eventually you find a problem, but you gotta walk 360. You gotta walk everything, everywhere. And guess again, let's say you put an infrared camera in front of your house, but somebody still vandalized your door, and turns out this person wore a fucking IR blanket, so the camera didn't even see him. The camera didn't even activate to record because he wore an IR blanket. And that's how you get your problem. Turns out you get vandalized and the camera didn't see him because he knew to wear an IR blanket. So now you understand. Let me give you an example with my car. So we thought my driver's side floor was getting wet after the rain, right? I thought it was the front left side sunroof drain. There's 4 drains in the sunroof. I thought I plugged it. You still have 3 other drains for the rainwater to drain, no problem. We plugged on the left one because the hose was disconnected somewhere and it was leaking into the cabin. It was leaking in my feet. So we thought I sealed it. Turns out I didn't seal it properly. Turns out I put a plug, but the water was still getting through. So after the rain, it would still get slowly dripping in my feet. Okay, this time we used roofing silicone. This time I plugged it properly. I took a second look. Yeah, everything seems to be plugged properly this time with silicone. Everything's fucking with my finger. Everything's fucking plugged up, baby. Okay. And what? I drove with the AC on. I always drive with the AC on. I like dehumidifying my windshield. I don't want to get foggy windshield. I always drive with the AC, even in winter. Okay, so I drove for 20 minutes the other day with my AC on. Yesterday, my floor is wet. And I know this because I had to cut the carpet. The whole place where I keep my feet next to the pedals, my driver's side floor, I cut the carpet, and I also removed the sponge insulation. So there's no carpet, no sponge, just the bare metal floor. And I put some paper towels on it to detect when a leak might happen. So I keep a few paper towels to see, is it gonna stay dry? When is it gonna get wet? So we found out if I put some water in the sunroof drain before I plugged it again, the water immediately comes and floods the paper towel. So we found the leak. Now, turns out the car magically gets soiled again. The car magically, it got wet again, just from driving. No rain, no washes, right? And you're like, how is that possible? I'm gonna throw the car away. How is that? It turns out the AC drain hose it has to be from it, because there's nothing else. There is nothing else. There is nothing else possible. Okay? There's nothing else possible. It is not coolant. It is not sticky. It doesn't smell sweet. It is not coolant. It's clear water. Condensation from the air conditioner, from the evaporator pan. It comes when the hose is clogged. It's not, the condensation is not leaking down. It's going up. It's leaking. Somehow it's going up and leaking into the floor. So tomorrow I'm gonna go leave the car so they can. It's like a hose that's like underneath the car, and they just gotta fucking unclog it. It's like, use some compressed air, you poke it with some zip tie, it gets unclogged, all the shit leaks out, and it's fixed. It's like a 5-minute fix. I should get under the car. I should get under the car and finally fix it myself, but fuck it. I'm gonna go leave the car tomorrow just to be sure, just to let them inspect. Maybe they'll see something wrong with the evaporator, maybe something with the fins, who knows. But it's probably the hose. So turns out there were 2 leaks. Not only was it leaking when it rains from the sunroof, it was also leaking when you drive with the AC on, which is all the time. So it was, when you drive, whatever condensation in the car, it cannot drain from the hose. So you're pretty much, you're pretty much, the car pees itself. The car magically pees itself. The water in this evaporator draining pan underneath the floor, it starts like to go up somehow. It starts to kind of like leak up. I know it doesn't make any sense, but that's how it works. So your floor magically gets wet like a curse, And you needed to cut the carpet, you needed to remove the sponge and put the paper towels, so you can see, so you can find it. You can be like, hey, my floor got wet again. And now you know the possibilities. Where can water appear magically in your car? It has to be from the AC. It's not the coolant. It's not windshield fluid. It's not engine oil. It's not transmission fluid. It's not brake fluid. It's fucking water. And you finally find out, So, I know it sounds crazy, but what can I tell you? So, the same situation, apply the same method with everything. When you're dealing with a problem, just because it sounds crazy, just because it sounds impossible, doesn't mean that you shouldn't do a check. Doesn't mean that it can't happen. So if I'm making jokes about, oh, I'm gonna kidnap Rhea Ripley, everybody knows I'm joking. Everybody knows I live on the other side of the world, right? However, that doesn't mean that it's like impossible. It doesn't mean that it's not a bad idea to put a camera. You know, what if I decide to do it one day? What if I fucking come, you know? So, you know, you put the camera, you walk your door, because, you know, why take the chance? It sounds crazy. It sounds like it would never happen. But, you know, who knows? Maybe I go insane tomorrow. And this is just a funny example, okay? Who knows? You know, everything can happen. So, okay, let's say I get possessed by demons. I get possessed by an ancient Sumerian god. I get possessed by Inanna, Ishtar, you know, ancient Sumerian goddesses. And say, oh, we want to kidnap Rhea Ripley. I'm getting on a plane to America. So, you know, impossible things do tend to happen in this world. There's a lot of crazy shit. You're like, how the hell did that happen? You know, if I told you that tomorrow Maduro would get kidnapped in Venezuela, like the USA would fucking strategically strike and manage to kidnap Maduro in a fucking 1-hour operation, you wouldn't believe me. He's like, they have anti-air defenses. He's not gonna be that easy. Yet they did it. They somehow did it. They were that fucking good, man. They got informants everywhere, okay? You got fucking CIA informants everywhere, okay? So, that is the problem. Anyway, yeah, like crazy things happen. So I enjoy being paranoid, always questioning, always doing a double check, always doing a triple check. Like a detective, you know, I'm always like, yeah, I know it sounds crazy, impossible to other people, but let me take a look. Maybe I'll see something else. Maybe I'll see something completely different that it's like, it's good that I saw it, you know. So you open the hood of the car and say, oh shit, turns out I need to put more coolant. I opened to check the battery, but I took a look around. Hey, looks like there's some rust, you know. Remember the TV show Breaking Bad, where like Walter like checks under the house for the money? He's like, Skyler, we've got rot. Skyler, we've got rot. It turns out the house was rotting, and it's like, they weren't checking. It's, oh shit, your house is rotting while you're fucking doing nothing. You didn't know, but your house was rotting. You gotta fix all the fucking wood, baby. So, you know, it's funny. It's funny that way. What else can I say? Yeah, like it never hurts to be prepared. It never hurts to be triple prepared. Okay, if you buy 2 car batteries and you insulate all the wires, yeah, sure, you're gonna waste some money, but now it's super secure. Okay. It's like the funniest thing is, you know, why do we do things? We think we do things for one thing. Sometimes we prepare because something unexpected might happen. When you walk your door, you're not only walking your door for one person. Turns out some random other person might decide to rob you. So, you know, when Rhea Ripley, you know, puts on cameras and she walks her door because of me. But turns out, you know, I'm just like living my life, like I'm not planning to do anything. But turns out some black guys might, let's say some black prisoners, they might be just, they escape, they're just like walking around there, hey, let's rob this lady. So like, it's good that you walked your door, because turns out it wasn't going to be me, but it was going to be some black prisoners who were like, decided, they were just passing by, they were like, hey, let's try if this door is like unlocked. Rhea Ripley lives here, he's like rich, let's try robbing her. So, you know, you walked your door thinking I'm gonna come, but I didn't come. But some random black guys were just passing by, they decide to try if they can kidnap you. And so, oh shit, well, good thing that I walked my door anyway. So we do things anyway, right? And I know it's a funny, crazy example, or yeah, it sounds insane, but there is a lesson to be learned, you know. When you carry a bottle of water, you drive your car and there's like a bottle of water, you might have taken it because your engine, well, what if my coolant, why I get a coolant leak and I need to put some water in the coolant. Well, it turns out you might get a wound, you might get bitten by a dog and you might need some water to wash the wound, or you might get, you want to drink some water, so you've got water. See, it's good. It's good to double check. It's good to double check. You know, sometimes you just you want to open things up. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video. I hope you learned something today. Do I want to make a Rhea Ripley joke? You know what? Yeah, let's make some jokes. We learned too much. Let's relax. Let's make some jokes. So, last night, some mysterious anonymous account comes on my live stream. It's like, it's asking me questions about Rhea Ripley. It's like, why are you so obsessed with her? You probably love her. You love her, don't you? It's like, dude, I don't know who's asking me this. Could be some random fangirl. I don't fucking know. It's like, lady, do you understand what love is? Like, we're not in fucking high school. Like, you're not talking to like some 18-year-old retard. It's like, I'm in love. I'm 18 years old and I'm in love because this girl has purple hair and she's kind of cute. I'm in love with. We're not 18 anymore, lady. We're not 18 anymore. Okay, so I tried to explain to her. I don't know who I'm talking to. It could be a random fangirl. It could be Buddy Matthews. It could be Aunty herself. You know, it could be Rhea Ripley. You know, she's known to be like browsing 4chan, reading about herself. She knows all the people who talk about her. She knows all the fans who talk about her, you know. She did admit it on video. She's like, dude, I know all these accounts. She's like super excited to like, I know all these accounts. But it's like, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to explain to her, to this person, that like putting on makeup and trying to be sexy, whatever. You're an actress, you're a sports girl, whatever. You put your makeup, you wear sexy clothing, you do some cool stuff, and it's like, okay, people are gonna think you're really cute, right? You took some candid photos. So you look at this person, and it's like, it's easy to look pretty for a woman. It's easy to look pretty. Even the ugly girls, when you get used to look at them, they begin to be kind of cute. You ever seen that, how like there's some TV show and there's some girl that's like, she looks kind of ugly in the beginning, then you keep watching the show, she becomes kind of cute. So beauty is kind of subjective. But anyway, it's easy to be pretty. But then, you enjoy the person, you enjoy how she behaves. Some people, you enjoy looking at them, right? So, like, you're looking at Terry, and she's like a funny goofball, right? She's trying to be serious, she's spurging out on Twitter, but she comes off like autistic, like cringy, and it's funny, we're laughing. So this person makes you feel good, right? It's like the cute autistic girl that's like a little spurgy, and you both like pushing her buttons a little, like in high school. So she's she brightens your day, she's like a muse. I've told her many times. I've told her many times. That doesn't mean that you're in love with her. To really like it's one thing to have like a little crush. Women, we think a lot of women are cute. We think a lot of women are hot. Then it's like to have a crush. That's like a fucking temporary. What is wrong with my fucking beard? That's like a fucking temporary, you become enamored with somebody for 2 weeks, right? And then to say, oh, you're in love. It's like, dude, that person has to have done something cool for you. It can't be just like, oh, she looks cute, okay? And I try to explain to her, I'm like, I have women which have helped me with problems. I have female friends who have helped cover like some vandalism I did. And it's like these women have helped me, it's like you have to understand, you can't just, you're in love with a woman that hasn't even done anything for you. Can you? Can you really be in love with a woman that's like, she hasn't even moved her finger to do anything nice to you, like she hasn't given you food, she doesn't come to like hang with you. How are you gonna be in love with her? Now, if you're some fucking pajit, if you're some fucking third world, you're like, I'm in love because I'm so hot and I easily fall in love, I'm hot. It's like, lady, you have to understand that some men, we're fucking better, okay? And I told her, I haven't fapped to another human woman other than my wife for 8 years. It's been 8 years. It's been fucking 8 years. 8 fucking years. It's like, it's not like it's a big deal. Like, hey, I can fap to a 3D women. It's a fucking like a drawing, right? It's like, no, I don't. I can't think of a living woman that's like so hot and so cool that you just absolutely gotta fap to her, gotta cheat on my wife. It's like, no. Sorry, once You have to understand that I watch women's wrestling, so I'm used to looking at all the big asses and all the big tits and the big thighs. And it's like, I've seen it all. We've seen it all. We've seen Tony Storm's ass and thighs. We've seen Lynn's ass and thighs. We've seen Nikki Blackheart's ass and thighs. We've seen plenty of boobs. We've seen plenty of cute face. It's like at this point, we've seen it all. It's not like I'm 18 years old and it's like the first time fapping and I'm like, I've never seen how hot this woman is. I can't believe it. Like, lady, we're getting old. We're getting old, lady. Okay? It's like, it's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. When we were like 18, we thought like Tequila is like the hottest woman. Look how cute and hot she looks. It's like, dude, it's a fucking Latino Mexican chick, whatever, you know. Yeah, she's cute, but you know, we thought she was like, man, it's like the hottest girl we've ever seen, bro. It's like, if I look at Tequila today, it's like, you know, oh, you're kind of cute, I guess. You know, not that you don't get horny, not that you don't get horny looking at women, but it's kind of like, we've seen it all, you know. And look at the way women think, you know. This mysterious anonymous woman on my live stream, she was asking me like, do you think Rhea Ripley would be attracted to you? Do you think what did she ask me? Do you think you're ugly? Do you think you're pretty? Some shit like that. I'm like, lady, it doesn't even matter. Like, women are attracted to like weird little quirks, and it's like an ugly guy. Some woman can decide he's like super pretty to her. It's like, it doesn't matter with men. Women have like a very weird taste, okay? Like, I've seen women date guys with way worse double chins than mine, and they're fucking sticking with them. And say, okay, something is weird. Something is not as we thought it was, right? It's like, women are attracted to status. Women are attracted to how you make them feel. And it's like, they have these weird tastes. Some women like fat guys. Some women like blonde guys. You know, they always find these little icks and these little things they like, you know. Like, I have a little pimple here. Some woman might think that's kind of hot. Women are weird. It's like, you know, these women, how they think. It's like, it's a status for her to ask like, are you masturbating to Rhea Ripley? Oh, if the guys are masturbating to Rhea Ripley, that's like a currency. That's like something to care about. Like, lady, all the men masturbate. It's like, even if you don't, you get like nocturnal emissions. You're just gonna fucking leak while you're sleeping. The body has to exchange liquids. What is taboo to you? What is like something like, ugh? It's like completely fucking normal. Sometimes, if you don't masturbate, while you sleep, your body is just gonna do like a nocturnal release. It's just gonna like make you leak out. And you're gonna wet your pants. And it might be like shameful to you, it might be funny, but it's like, it's just completely normal. It's a good thing. It shows your body is healthy. It shows you're still young. Okay, if you're not getting nocturnal emissions, you might be getting old. You might be dying. Okay, so men would like masturbate to every fantasy, even the ugly girls. Men get bored and they're like, well, I guess I've never fapped thinking about this woman before. She's kind of ugly, but I'm just feeling bored. Let's try fapping to the ugly girl this time. Men would fap to like all kinds of women. It's like, you think it's some kind of a currency to be like proud of? All the men are masturbating to me. It's like, Aunty Rhea, like, how do we explain it? Just because some guy might decide to fap to you, he's not gonna be feeding you soup tomorrow when you're 50 with the fool. He's not gonna be looking after you. He's not gonna be married to you. He's gonna fap, and he's gonna be, do I wanna marry Rhea Ripley? Do I wanna look after her when she's shitting herself when she's 50? No. They don't give a fuck. They're fucking out of there. Like a lot of guys, they'll sleep with you and then they're off. Oh, I slept with her. I don't want anything else to do with her. Bye. Oh, you let me sleep with you. I was horny. Thanks. Bye. So, a man masturbating, it's not some like valuable currency that you're gonna be like proud of. Like, guys are fapping to me. I seriously don't fucking get it. Like, I seriously, like, if I was like more famous and like some girls were like fapping to me, it would be like, oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, wow, like, wow, some women fap to me. That's cool. But it's like, it's gonna be fun to learn the first time, but then it's like, okay, who cares? Big deal. And just chatting with this anonymous woman, she was talking about, oh, Rhea Ripley is so pretty, she's got the looks. She's so pretty, she's got the looks. And have you masturbated to her? And it's like, it's obvious that this anonymous person very much cared about the looks, how you look and looks. She very much cares about appearances and looks. And she cares about, I'm sorry, she very much cares about I'm sorry who's gonna masturbate to me. It's like, lady, I'll give you the perfect example. I'm friends with a lesbian chick from work. When I used to work in an office, there was this woman. She told me like she was a lesbian one day because she likes me. She thinks I'm a nice guy. She thinks of me as a friend, and I'm not gonna go into detail, right? I'm not gonna talk about the woman. She's a nice woman. She really is. I actually should give her my book. I actually should give her my fucking book. Why haven't I given her my book? So, this woman, she's not like conventionally pretty. She got like some like acne scars. I don't fucking know. She always like come dressed like in a suit, like a businesswoman. And I'm like, why is she always coming dressed in a suit? Turns out, okay, I guess it's some weird, I mean, I don't like blame her. Like, I'm not gonna make fun of her. She has like a nice sports jacket, But this woman, she's not like conventionally like a hot babe. She's not like a hot babe, But guess what? She was nice to me. She tried to show me a few things around some software I didn't know. So she was helping me out. She gifted me like a free software that usually costs money. And one time I asked her like let me ask you, I'm like, if I killed someone, because I watched the Jackal, and Carl was the Jackal. He had women hiding him. He had like lovers who would hide him from the police. Now I'm like, let me ask you something. If I killed someone today, someday, would you hide me from the police knowing that I just killed someone? Like, would you like let me stay at your place for the night, knowing I'm like a killer? She's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I'll shelter you. And I'm like, that woman just became a lot more. I don't want to like say like attractive. I don't want to piss my wife. Like, no, I'm not like, but it's like cool. She became a lot fucking cool. It's like, holy shit, that woman would fucking shelter you. Like, instead of going to jail for 10 years, getting raped, instead of going to jail for, let me just, no, okay, no, okay, no. 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 Instead of going to jail for 10 years, that woman would shelter you and say, oh shit, you don't need to go to jail for 10 years to get raped. It's like, holy fucking shit. So, on the question, like, have you masturbated to Rhea Ripley? Do you think you're in love with her? It's like, if I was some random pajit, if I was some random 18-year-old pajit, some fucking simp, I'm sure I would have. However, when you're not a fucking basic man, it's like, okay, you're cute, but what have you ever done to me? Because from what I'm seeing, she's going to Gabriel's house. She's being a cunt again. She's going to Gabriel's house to help Gabriel with the live stream. But I don't remember her calling me on the phone being like, hey, you're a big fan of me. You're obsessed with me. I would shelter you one day if you were running away from the police. It's like, no, I don't remember Rhea Ripley calling me. So, in terms of how hot you are, oh, you're cute. You're a cute lady, Good for you, lady. It's like, you want to be put on a pedestal when you wouldn't even fucking... You're driving to Gabriel's house to help him with the live stream. What have you done for me? Fucking nothing. Okay? Can you, like, let me hide in your fucking barn? Would you let me hide from the police in your, if I was a traveling mountain climber and I was passing near your house and I had a wound, would you like, hey, let me come put some iodine on your wound? Like, would you? You're not gonna give a shit. You're gonna be like, I'm calling the police behind the window. He is some creepy guy with a wound. Come arrest him. You see? And you're asking like, well, are you masturbating to Rhea Ripley? It's like, lady, okay, as you grow up, if you have some fucking IQ, you start to realize women are hotter about the things they do, about how they are, especially to you. Okay? So, yeah. Yesterday, she was bitching on Twitter. Aunty was like, because some of her fangirls said that Gabriel is being an asshole because he only got famous on Twitch because of Rhea Ripley coming on his live streams, and now he's banning everybody who mentions Rhea. It's like, dude, if you ban the girls asking for Rhea, you're not gonna have Twitch viewers anymore because they're coming because you're friends with Rhea. You're not cool. You're not like Kirill. You're not like Kirill when people come to talk to me, people come to listen to me because I say cool things. Because you wanna listen to me, you wanna learn from me, I can make your day funnier, happier. Okay, and I teach you lessons. You come, you listen to me, you learn something, and we say a few jokes, we laugh, so people come to talk to me. People don't come to talk to Gabriel because he's so charismatic and he makes me feel good. Like, no, they are here for, when are we gonna see Rhea Ripley? And she got angry at her fan for saying Gabriel fucking sucks. She's like, you're being an asshole. She's always defending Gabriel. It's like, yeah. You're always driving to Gabriel's house. You're always helping Gabriel. And then it's like, hey, Kirill, have you masturbated to me? It's like, I checked my mailbox. I checked under the tree. There was no Tim Tams from Rhea Ripley this year. Rhea Ripley. There were no Tim Tams from Rhea Ripley this year. Okay? I was like, hey, I'm obsessed with Rhea Ripley. I always joke about her. I talk about kidnapping her all the time. I check my mail. I get some amino acids coming in the mail. No gifts. No gifts from Rhea Ripley. No Tim Tams. Not like a funny little box. Like, hey, here's some Tim Tams from Australia, you crazy stalker. Hey, thanks for making me more famous. No gift, but Gabriel got a gift. Gabriel got a blowjob, right? Gabriel got a fucking